All right, yeah, that's it. So, all right, on to the next question. So, Stephen asked, what order should I be delegating my gym? This is a great question that trips up a lot of gym owners. You've got to know not just what roles to hire for, but you also need to know what order to hire them in. And getting the order wrong stalls your growth, kills your scale potential, and keeps you overwhelmed and struggling. So in the next 3 minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what order you want to be delegating and a rough timeline so you can plan this out. So the recruiting priority, and again, we've done this for dozens and dozens of studios. I've launched multiple locations of my own. I've opened gyms completely outsourced from me on day one. And I've gone through a lot of trial and error. I've made a lot of mistakes. This is what I wish I knew back when I was opening my first gym. So the recruiting priority or hierarchy, first of all, is actually training. So you want to get the majority of your time back by being off the gym floor. I know this is counterintuitive and most gym owners think that training is the last thing to outsource because you feel you're the best at it. But the reality is this is what takes up so much of your time. And ironically, the more time you spend facing customers, you're working in the business, but you're going to make more money and scale and help more people by working on the business. And that means facing your team members or working on your systems to help your team members. So the first thing you want to outsource as soon as you can afford it is, I would say, outsource 50% of your coaching sessions. So that could be all the mornings or all the evenings. Bring a part-time coach on. You can still do the other half until you get your clientele to a point where you're earning enough money and you can afford to outsource the other half. And remember, once you free up, it's a bit of a cost, but once you free up that time and you get 20 to 30 hours every week back, you've got to remember that now you can reinvest that time into marketing and sales and things that make you more money and give you more freedom. So it is a good trade-off. The next thing you probably want now is an appointment setter. So you're going to be focusing mostly on selling because you'll be able to sell your program better than most people, and getting cash flow in, getting sales in is the lifeblood of your business. I hate to admit it, but it's the truth. You are in the sales business. You have to be able to make sales. And a trainer that can make sales is going to make more money than a trainer who can't sell, but is a great coach. The one who can sell is going to make more money. If you can coach and sell, even better. Because if you can coach, that means you can train your new trainers to coach the way you do. So either way, it leads you back to selling. So at first, you'll be doing appointment setting, which means you'll be nurturing leads, following up with leads, getting them booked in for trials, booked in for consultations. But eventually, when you have enough lead volume coming in, when you dial in your marketing system, then you can hire an appointment setter and they can take over all the follow-up. And then you can mostly be sitting back doing more sales while someone else fills your calendar. And if you want to know the entire system we use to do this, by the way, it's called the High Ticket Studio system. I'll drop a link in the comments below. And this is our entire framework for how we get leads on Facebook ads, how we nurture them, how we book them in with appointment setters, goes through our scripts, what we do, how we use the ads and everything. And this week only, I've actually got the whole program on sale for just $7. So check out below if you want to learn exactly how we do all this with all the scripts and SOPs. All right, the next thing then is going to be admin. So at this point, you've got coaching outsourced, you've got lead nurture and follow-up outsourced. At this point now, you probably start building up a lot more admin work because you've probably got, anywhere from 60 to 100 members at this point. So the paperwork starts building up. So at this point, you can outsource admin, and you should only need someone to do about 15 to 20 hours a week maximum. So this is a part-time position. That's going to give you even more headspace to focus on making money, not putting out fires. Now, at this point, now you've had more time, you're making more sales. When you start crossing 70 to 100 members, retention becomes absolutely critical at this point. So at this point, you want to hire a retention manager, or what I call a client success manager, a CSM. And this is someone who's going to do all the retention tasks outside of workouts. So your coaches can just focus on coaching, and then the retention person can do check-ins, messages, Facebook posting, organize client events, send out birthday cards, all that kind of stuff. And we actually have a 7-step retention formula, 7 core systems that we do to have a super low churn rate, and we give that SOP to our retention manager. Then finally, at this point, your gym is making great money, great profits. You've got 100 to 150 members most likely. At this point, you can now outsource sales. And that doesn't include only the front end sales, but also the upsell meetings that you do with clients as well. Because if you bring clients on for like a 6-week challenge or something, you then need another consultation with them to upsell them into the back end membership. Sales could also include upsells, supplement sales, things like that. If you have like a coffee bar, coffee shop in there, it could be someone in charge of promoting that stuff. So eventually then you outsource sales. And all that's left then is management. Now, a lot of gym owners will stay in management and you will just basically train your team, give them better systems, work on fixing problems. But eventually then, once you scale to 2 or 3 locations like I did, then you want to replace management too. And you would become a regional manager. You overview 2 or 3 locations, whilst every individual gym, or maybe every 1 to 2 gyms, can have one manager in place. So that's it, guys. That's the recruiting priority. This is the formula to go from absolute 0 up to multi-7 figures in a gym business, just like I did. And now you've got the same formula. And again, guys, if you want to know how we get the right client acquisition system and get clients every day from Facebook ads with all the appointment setting scripts, look below. You'll see the comment there for the high ticket studio system. This week only $7, guys, with a full 30-day money back guarantee. So you can't go wrong. Hope this helps, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.